console at the MV8000 at the help, and I got this track running, but I've run into a problem, right? A problem that can only be handled in Mixdown. So if I stop this real quick, use my mouse to stop it. I want to go to project, load, and when I scroll down here, you can see that the project I'm in currently has 457 megabytes of 512 already taken up. So any resampling, anything I want to do in this is going to be kaput because I don't really have that much room to operate with as much memory as I've already used with the audio tracks and so forth, right? So that's handled in mixdown mode. So instead of resampling it in the MV, I just pretty much on hand chopped it up inside the SP. So we got this. I even got a little. Okay, we got that one. We got way more than this, but then the one thing that I've chosen. Even though it ain't. But before all that is this, right? It's got some old 70s movie shit going, right? So this will all be kind of added in live, in mixdown mode. And this can be done. And basically it'll be like live playing on the SP on the MV. So let's say we get this going. Making a song. I have it down here like it's an old record. Alright. Gotta put the fuzz back on it, right? We can either keep the fuzz on going in because it can record just like this, and this will all be recorded, right? But we don't want that in everything, right? We'll take this, like this. But I think I got something that I want to stick in here as a little sample, but only in the mixdown mode, right? So much you can do in mixdown mode, and it won't take all of that time that I mentioned earlier off the sample. It'll be going directly to the hard disk and only be in that version. So that's what we're going to be doing, as you can check it out. Right now we're going to go to project and load something else that's kind of part of the process with an MV. And this is more back on the sonicality, because we can all understand that we get caught up in the textures of everything and in the minutia of programming and fine-tuning the sound environment. But we've all stopped doing some things that we love to do in order to be behind the boards. Me personally, I used to rap, or I'm by nature an MC. But I also taught myself how to play bass guitar, playing around with bands at one point in my development. So both of those tools are still there. It's just that with all the production and the software, you kind of let that stuff fade to the back by mistake, and that is a big mistake, man, because those are basically things that are in your tool set that are not in many people's tool sets or not in everyone's tool set. And depending on your degree or your pedigree, like I'm not a great bass player, but I'm a bass player that's listened to like a million samples. So, and I've studied some of the greats, and some of the greats got some really simple shit going on, right? Like Bootsy Collins is all about the one. He's dope. He can do all that crazy shit, but he's more about the one and then funking in between the one. And if you learn to play like that, man, you can really do something. You can remember little simple stuff like that and have good timing. You can be a decent bass player. So, it depends on your tool. So I chose that and writing, and I think that those parts of the process are going to be more adventurous to cover. So basically, jacking a bass into the MV 8000, putting the microphone onto the MV1 Verse Lab, and letting everybody be part of the process. 1 2 1 2. We are on Mixdown Mondays. Yes, we are. And this is what we're going to do today. Lots of times, mixing in the Verse Lab will come down to, are you ready to, what stage are you ready to go for? Excuse me. Kind of a little allergy thing going today. But yeah, it's gonna really depend on what part you want to do. So usually when you want to open up Zen Beats, to me it's cool to do mixing and arranging once you get a certain idea in the MV, right? So we got a bunch of parts here to this song here. As you can see, the clip launching part. So there are a couple of parts in here. Let me see, sections where I'm going to turn some things up. So one reason I chose this particular track to mix, because I think it's busy enough to justify it, and then I also have incoming signal, just a little bit pad, just this part right here. That's like a combination of a phantom patch and an internal patch in the Verse Lab itself, right? So I got something coming on the inputs where I can record that mix down. But I'm thinking about sampling this part because it has, okay, so here's 2 4-bar, this part and this part. As you can hear a little percussion in the background. Right, on this one, and then its counterpart with the synth stab. You know what I mean? So I think I want to sample those 2 parts, but let's do a little mixing and show you where I am mixing wise. So we bring up the effects editor and let's hit song. We want to get in. There we go. Got this back. Excuse me. So one thing I know people don't think the integration into the Zenbeats and Verse Lab is thorough enough. I think it's pretty on par for what you need to do. You get the metering once you go ahead and activate arm the stems. As you can see, you get good metering, so you can get your good levels right and everything. And I've added the external in right here because I want to record what's coming from the Phantom X, right? So we get that done. And this is what a lot of people don't get. I think this is the primary aim of the way they got this set up. And you're talking about screen time. So you're talking about, as you remember, the MV8000, you have screen time because it has a built-in VGA. I think this one is built in for the app and made to progress as the machine gets older. Hopefully more development will come from that. But yeah, this is in Mixdown mode. I got kind of what I want, as you can hear. That's pretty much what I got. Only thing is, I think on these two parts, the parts on those two parts, it's an intro and an outro, and they both don't have any percussion. I'm setting up to send the stems to this to a friend of mine so he could just play some pretty stuff, either with some kind of flamenco or muted guitar or piano or something that makes it prettier but gives it a little bit of more texture, something that I can't do because I'm not a player like that, right? So this is what I got so far. I've already recorded and made some adjustments as we want to see the plugins. As you can see, I've added the glitch effect on one patch, and of course the EQ and compressor on the drums, because the drums had a bit of an echo. Let me see what I got here. So let's play back what we've recorded into Zenbeats again. See if you can tell the differences. Kind of liking that glitch 6 effect part of Zenbeats. And mind you, this is only the paid for across platform version I got. I don't have the more expensive version of the app, the upgrades, but I do have quite a bit. So it gives you a little bit to work with in the Mixdown phase. And you know, so check this out. Shout out to Artar Beats. Links in the description to this video. But you're hearing it through my mixing board Bluetooth. I'm pretty sure some of you guys got that. Some of the mixing boards have them now. But I've never really been one for beat battles. I just don't think who's the best is the best way to spend your time. I don't really like critiques, because who am I to critique your beats or your songs? But I do want to hear what other people are doing on the Roland Verse Lab and what people are still doing in creative ways. People are using the MV8000. So on MV Live Mixdown Mondays, we will not only be doing a mixdown or an end post-production process on either of the MVs. I'm gonna be playing live music from the chat, man. All you gotta do is show up and put an audio link in the chat. I'll play it with my phone from right here as another person in the chat, and we'll get down. So let me know what you guys think. No beat critiques, just let me know what you did with the process and how you did things, so we can know how something sounds from being mixed down in the MV on Mixdown Mondays. MV Live Mondays Mixdown. MV Live Monday Mixdown. That's what we want to call it. All right, man. Well, we'll go out to Arch Beats, man. Peace.